20 goats from the Green Goats Farm in New York traveled to the Riverside Park in Manhattan to munch on invasive weeds, a chemical-free way to remove invasive species while adding to the joys of nature. Our next report getting you the complete story.
Invasive species, harmful non-native trees, shrubs and herbaceous plants that do not occur naturally in a region, but spread in the area they have been introduced into. They cause several negative impacts on the ecosystem. They impact the native biodiversity, causing economic losses and harming human health. Invasive species are primarily spread by human activities, sometimes unintentionally. International travel and trade have helped numerous invasives hitch rides into new territories. Seeds or plant fragments can attach themselves to people's clothes or shoes, or accidentally come along with imports of goods. One way to curb the spread of these invasive species is to plant native plants and remove the invasives. In a win-win for invasive species removal in New York, 20 goats from a farm in Rhinebeck have traveled to Riverside Park in Manhattan to feast on overgrown brush. The Riverside Park Conservancy doesn't dump harsh chemicals on weeds and poison ivy, so they rely on goats to do the hard work for them.
They're in here to eat invasives, a lot of poison ivy, that sort of thing. Poison ivy, a lot of people are allergic to, and also it's a little hilly, and machines don't work as well. The goats are great, and they're probably the only animal that don't poop out fertilized pellets. So they eat seeds, and it's not replanted.
Just like the running of the bulls, we wanted to see them come out of the gate fast, which they did. They're a lot bigger than we thought, so that was really fun. And yeah, they just started working right away. So it's really fun to see wildlife like this in Riverside Park.
Goats are an innovative approach to weed removal. Traditionally, weed removal involves chemicals. These goats eat invasive species like porcelain berry, the multiflora rose. They even eat species which are dangerous to humans, like poison ivy.
Do you know how to stop a goat that's charging? You unplug it. We didn't let the goats out earlier because it's very hard to give a speech around goats because they keep butting in. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'm afraid I have to scapegoat my speech writer for putting these in here. But it's not all fun and games. They are here for a reason. From the park management standpoint, as I said, the men and women of Riverside Park work very hard, and they never shrink from a challenge. But have you seen this slope over here? I am told it is the steepest riverbank east of the Palisades. Imagine trying to keep your balance while you're pulling out invasive plants so that you can plant native species that will better hold the soil and provide better habitat for the wildlife.
Of the 20 goats, 4 will call Riverside Park its home through the end of summer, eating their way through 2 acres of the park. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.